Have you ever wondered how to hide your survival gear in plain sight? Welcome to the world of camouflage prepping, a realm where stealth and cunning go hand in hand with survival. In an unpredictable world, it's crucial to have a survival stash. But just as important is the ability to keep your essential supplies hidden, yet accessible. The art of camouflaging survival gear is all about striking that balance. Think about it. Your gear is not just valuable to you, but it's a potential goldmine for others too. It's a beacon, a sign that screams, "I am prepared," and that can draw unwanted attention. That's why we need to be clever. We need to hide our survival gear in everyday settings, making it blend in seamlessly, almost invisibly, with our surroundings. So, are you ready to discover the secrets of stealthy survival? Ready to embark on the journey of stealthy survival? Let's dive in. What comes to your mind when you hear the word camouflage? Perhaps you envision a chameleon blending seamlessly into the environment, or maybe a soldier in a combat uniform melding into the background. Now let's shift this concept into the realm of survival prepping. Camouflage, in the context of prepping, is a multifaceted strategy that goes beyond mere hiding. It's about making your survival stash a part of your environment, so unnoticeable that it becomes virtually invisible to the untrained eye. It's not about tucking things away in dark corners, but rather incorporating them into your day-to-day life in such a way that they seem ordinary, while they are indeed extraordinary. Think of it as an art form, an art that requires creativity, foresight, and a deep understanding of your environment. It's about knowing your surroundings, the people in it, and how they perceive things. It's about exploiting those perceptions to your advantage. Consider this. You could hide a survival kit in a hollowed-out book on your shelf. To the casual observer, it's just another book, but to you, it's a vital cache of resources. The same principle applies to larger stashes. An old chest in the corner of a room, a vintage soda machine, or even an unassuming garden shed can all serve as ingenious hiding places if used correctly. The key to successful camouflage is subtlety. Your stash should not draw attention or arouse curiosity. It should blend so well into its surroundings that it becomes an unremarkable part of the scenery. But remember, the art of camouflage isn't just about physical objects. It extends to your actions, your routines, and your overall lifestyle. It's about maintaining an outward appearance of normalcy, even when you're preparing for scenarios that are anything but normal. This art of stealthy survival is a game of wits, a test of creativity, and a constant challenge to stay one step ahead. It's about outsmarting, outmaneuvering, and outlasting potential threats. So as you venture into the world of prepping, make camouflage your ally. Let it protect your stash, your plans, and ultimately, your survival. Remember, the best hiding place often lies in plain sight. Living in the countryside offers a plethora of options for camouflaging your survival gear. When it comes to rural settings, there's an abundance of natural and man-made structures that can help hide your stash. Let's delve into some of the most effective techniques. Firstly, consider the classic strategy of burying your supplies. It's simple, efficient, and most importantly, discreet. Choose a spot that isn't likely to be disturbed, such as a secluded corner of your property. Ideally, it should be easy to access but hard for others to stumble upon. Remember to store items in waterproof containers and mark the spot subtly so you can locate it later without drawing attention. Next, think about using existing structures. Barns, sheds, and outhouses can be gold mines for hidden spaces. Look for nooks and crannies where supplies can be stashed. A hollowed-out beam or a loose floorboard can be perfect hidey holes. Just ensure your hiding spots are rodent-free and weather-resistant. Similarly, if you have a vegetable garden or an orchard, these can serve as excellent camouflage spots. A well-placed stash among the root vegetables or an inconspicuous hole at the base of a fruit tree can be quite effective. Just ensure the location doesn't interfere with the growth of your crops. Lastly, don't overlook the potential of man-made landscape features. An old well, a disused silo, or even a pile of firewood can become a covert storage space. The key is to make your stash blend seamlessly with its surroundings. One crucial tip, though, is to avoid putting all your eggs in one basket. Disperse your supplies across multiple locations. This way, if one stash is compromised, you still have others to fall back on. Remember, the goal is not to make your hiding spots completely undetectable, but to make them so unobtrusive that they go unnoticed by the casual observer. It's all about blending in and making the ordinary seem extraordinary. With these techniques, your rural home can become a safe haven stocked with hidden supplies. Don't worry, urban dwellers, we have got some sneaky survival tips for you too. When it comes to urban survival, the art of concealment takes on a more inventive form. You're not just dealing with wide open spaces and foliage, but also with concrete jungles and compact living spaces. So, how do you hide your survival stash in plain sight? Let's start with common household items. You'd be surprised at how many everyday objects can double up as secret storage. Take a bookshelf, for instance. A hollowed-out book can make an excellent hiding spot for smaller items like matches, pocket knives, or important documents. And the best part? It blends right in with your collection of novels and memoirs. Next, consider your furniture. That antique chest of drawers in your bedroom or the ottoman in your living room could be more than just a place to store your socks or rest your feet. With a bit of creativity, these can become covert storage spots for larger items like first aid kits, canned food, or even a compact tent. But what about those of you living in smaller spaces, like studio apartments, where every square foot counts? Well, you're not out of options. Look for underutilized spaces. The area under your bed, behind your refrigerator, or even the empty space in the top of your toilet tank can be turned into discrete storage areas. And let's not forget architectural elements. Do you have a fireplace that you never use? Or how about that awkward corner of your apartment that's always in shadow? These can be excellent places to stash your survival gear without drawing attention. The goal here is to think outside the box, or in this case, inside the box, the book, the drawer, or even the toilet tank. It's all about making the most of what you have and using it to your advantage. Remember, the key is to make your stash blend seamlessly with your everyday surroundings. What if you're always on the move? Can you still hide your survival gear effectively? Absolutely. And in this scene, we're going to delve into exactly how you can do that. Just because your home is on wheels doesn't mean you can't be as prepared as someone with a stationary home. In fact, the mobility of your living situation can offer unique opportunities for stealthy survival. Let's start with space optimization. In a mobile setting like an RV, trailer, or car, every inch counts. The trick is to view every space as a potential storage spot. Think about those unused corners, the space under your seats, or even hollow spaces within the vehicle's structure. But remember, accessibility is crucial. You don't want to stow your gear in a place that's hard to reach in an emergency. Next, let's talk about creative storage solutions. Have you ever thought about using a hidden compartment under your vehicle's carpet? Or what about a specially designed storage box that looks like a regular toolbox? The goal is to blend your survival gear with the everyday items in your mobile setting. Now you might be wondering, what if I need to abandon my vehicle? Well, that's where portable camouflage comes in handy. Consider investing in survival gear that's designed to blend in with the environment. A camouflage backpack, for example, can be a lifesaver in a wilderness setting. And don't forget about decoy tactics. Keep some non-essential items in plain sight to throw off potential thieves. If they think they've found your stash, they're less likely to continue searching. Lastly, remember to regularly rotate and check your gear, especially if it's stored in places exposed to the elements. You can't afford to have your survival gear deteriorate just because it's out of sight. On the road, survival doesn't mean you can't be prepared. With these tips, you can have a mobile fortress. So, keep moving, keep adapting, and most importantly, stay stealthy. Camouflaging your survival gear is an art that requires ingenuity and creativity. As we've seen, it's not just about hiding things away, it's about integrating them into your everyday surroundings. From the rural landscapes, where we utilize the natural environment, to the urban jungle, where we cleverly disguise our gear within the confines of city life. And let's not forget about the mobile settings, where every little nook and cranny can become a secret stash. In all these scenarios, the goal remains the same: to make your survival gear blend seamlessly into your environment so that it's there when you need it, but unnoticed by others. This is the art of sneaky survival. The key isn't just to prepare, but to prepare in a way that keeps you one step ahead, that keeps you hidden in plain sight. Remember, the key to survival is not just preparation, but stealthy preparation. Stay prepared, stay hidden, and stay safe.